Well, hey, everybody. This is Arlissa, educator to trader, and I am back with another trade recap covering our SPX and XSP credit spreads for today, Tuesday, June the 10th. And oh my, pulled in over $1,700 in profits today using our credit spreads. And I wanted to walk you through how I used just 4 trades today to make over $1,700 in credit spreads. All right, let's get into it. I'll walk you through it. First of all, though, I must shout out some people in my community that made profits today. Got to share with you how the members are making it do what it do. So let's look at that. This particular member showed us that she had a green day. This is why she's got the green square here, green day, $270 worth of profits. Notice here you got multiple trades throughout the day, basically a couple of put credit spreads, a few call credit spreads, making it into an iron condor to pull in $270 in profits. Multiple trades, you stack them up and add the money in. That's the way we do it. Then here we go with an individual who only did 1 trade, and they use the PDT hack. PDT hack is something that we talk about in our community. It's a way that we can lock in our profits early so you don't have to sit there and watch your trades all day. But this person took 1 trade today, used the PDT hack, locked it, pulled in $55, going on about your day. So now question, could you use an extra $55 a day? I know you could. An extra $55 a day, an extra $275 a week. Yep, I bet you could use that. If you don't do nothing but buy gas, buy lunch, put a little bit of money in your pocket, little pocket change. Yep, we could add that right on in every single day, an extra $55. It all adds up. Now we got 3 members all on one screenshot. I put 3 people on one. It was easier that way. Every afternoon after we finish trading, everybody puts their profits and their losses. If we have some losses, those go into the chat. The good thing about the way we do it in our community is if there's wins, we all celebrate together. And if there's losses, and sometimes there are, we all work together with that. It's always good to have some community, so that way you can, if you want to call it, we can commiserate together. But you talk about the losses and the wins, because we do know that they're a part of the territory. But we can talk about what happened, right? In this case, we had all wins today. We didn't have to talk about any losses, but this top one here, JB, has a total of $125 in profits today. 2 trades, used the PDT hack on one. The top one expired worthless, the put credit spread. Second person had several that they PDT hacked, all of them. Right? PDT hacked all of them. One of them, there was a PDT hack for a loss. The PDT hack can be used to lock in a loss as well. If you look like the trade is going to go against you, you can lock in a loss. That way you don't have to sit there and let a max loss happen. You can lock in a loss and reclaim your buying power and go do something else with that money. But they ended up with $240 in profits. And this last person did $130 in profits, had a PDT hack on both the trades, put credit spread and a call credit spread, iron condor. Actually, both these trades would have ended up being worthless, but as price action is moving, what we do is use the PDT hack to lock in your profits, so you don't have to be worried about the last 10 or 15 minutes of the trading day, because we all know that SPX goes bananas at 345 every day. So what we do is we lock in our profits earlier, so that way we don't have to worry about the last 5 or 10 minutes taking your trade out. And this is the last one of the ones I'm going to share today. We had several winners today. We had lots of winners. I'm not showing the whole list of everybody today, but this is one of our traders today. He made money on SPX and XSP, $755 total on the day. And we trade SPX and XSP If it's a choice, many people trade SPX because it's 5 spread, but XSP is great for smaller accounts, or you can trade it because you can generate higher premiums on XSP. It's a 1 spread, so small accounts a lot of times will use XSP to generate resources, generate profits over there, and pull in good money over there on XSP. But he made $755 in 1 day of trading credit spreads, basically just letting the time pass. He had one PCS trade, one call credit spread trade, and he did one put credit spread trade on XSP and let the time pass, $755 on the day. All right. Now, we've covered all the folks we were able to celebrate. Woo woo, because I want to share with you what other people have done. Now let's go ahead and get into the trade recap for the day. My trades, what did I do today? I want to share with you what I did all day in order to generate over $1,700 in profits. Okay, here we go. I wanted to talk a little bit about the fact that I do have an option seller membership. In the membership, we trade SPX, we trade XSP. That's all that we trade in the membership. We trade credit spreads. I do alerts. We are in the chat together. Many times we do a live Zoom call, and we're there for trade guidance. We watch the charts together. All the things are there, training. Everything that you're looking for is all inside of that membership. If you're looking to trade with a community of people that are very open, receptive, it's a nice, comfortable community for learning and trading together. You can go ahead and join us over there. It's at e2t.trading. I'll make sure that link is in the description, and I'm sure I'll mention it again before this call is over. All right. Make sure that you also like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit all the proper things you're supposed to do while you're on YouTube. Pass the word. Tell the people all about us so that YouTube lets the people know that we're here. All right. So today, the price on SPX opened about 6,009, somewhere around 6,009. I want to say open, say 6,009.91. We basically gapped up this morning and then ran up a bit, move. Then after about 11:30, there was a drop candle, whoop, and dropped right back through this gap that was created. I had that gap marked and it dropped right back through it. And that same candle closed it up and went right on back up for the rest of the day. This morning at 9:40, it was pretty early. I entered the first trade that I was going to enter today. 9:41 actually. I entered the first trade. It was 59.85, 59.90. Let's put it in here. Let's type it right in here. Whoa, let me type in here. I want to type in here. Okay, 59.85, 59.90. I don't know if that's going to go in the right place. Alrighty, we're going with 59.85, 59.90, 85, 59.90, put credit spread. That was the first trade I took this morning. At 9:40, I did 4 contracts of that and collected, I did 1 contract of that and collected $75. I was only doing that one as like a trial trade. It was the early one. I felt like price wasn't going to go down that low this morning. So I did 1 contract and collected $75 there, right? That was first thing this morning, right off rip. Price had just started moving early in the process. Then about 10:25, right after I marked our opening range here, we got the opening range for the first 15-minute candle. I saw that we were starting to break out of our opening range. So about 10:25, I went with a put credit spread to go with opening range, and it was 6,005. That's another put credit spread. Now, in that case, I did 4 contracts and I collected $1.10 on those. So I collected right off rip $440 I did 4 contracts of 6,000, 6,005 on the put credit spread. Basically, my expectation or my desire was that price, my thought was that price would close above 6,005 at the end of the day. And it did. Today's price closed at 6,038. Even though I did use the PDT hack to lock in those profits as the day went on, and I'll talk about, I actually used the PDT hack to lock those profits in at 1246 when the price got up to about here in this area right around 1 o'clock. Then this PDT hack locked on these, so that way I locked in $105 on those for 4 times. So there went, that's 400 and some change. I locked in that money early. I didn't have to worry about whether or not price was going to come back down because I had already locked in the profits. All right. So then around 12, looks like 12:15, I did a call credit spread right around here. I saw that price was going up higher and higher. So around 12:15, I did 6,045, 6,050. All right. So even though I have it there, this actually was put up here, even though it's happening around that time. Right? It's happening at 12:15. It was around the time. This was my 3rd trade, and I did the 60, 45, 60, 50 call credit spread, and I did 2 contracts at $60. Now, I only did 2 contracts because my thought is that I knew I was going to do some more of those, but I was waiting for price to keep climbing. I entered those trades at the 12:15 window, but I knew price was going to keep climbing because I was using my gamma chart. We talked about the gamma charts before. I was using my gamma chart, and for my gamma chart, it was showing that there was a high, there was a 60-40, 60-30, 60-40 was the high candle for the day. So I really had a good thought that price was going to keep climbing into the 60-30, 60-35 area. So I wanted to be beyond the big green candle on the gamma chart. So I entered only 2 contracts here, 60, 45, 60, 50. But then again, later at about 1 o'clock, I entered 2 more of those. I did the same ones again, but for $90, I did 2 more of the same strikes, but I did those same strikes at 1 o'clock. So let's see, at 1:10 or 1:11 p.m. That's supposed to be, let me do it with at 1:10 p.m., I entered some more of them. So at 12, and then as price climbed, I did some more contracts. But again, this is all stacking on the money. Now, what I'm not including here, I'm talking about what I did in Thinkorswim. But even in the middle of here, I was also adding in strikes. Like in the middle, I'm adding them in a different account, and those are all adding up together. But I'm doing that as price action, as price is climbing. I also did some 60-10, 60-15. I also had that in here as price is doing its dancing. I'm also putting in trades that are in the middle because I didn't believe that price was going to come back down into the 10 and 15 area by the time we expired. Okay, let me see. The last one I did was, I think I have 10-15 written here actually. At 1 o'clock, I did 60-10, 60-15. Here we go. 60-10, 60-15. I have that here. I did 60-10, 60-15 put credit spread. I did that at 1 o'clock. Okay, that way we can see it. At 1 o'clock, I also did that trade. So you see, I've got 4 trades, 1, 2, 3, 4 trades. I did 60-10, 60-15. I sold 4 of those for 4 of those at, I think I sold it for $70. Is that, yes, I sold 4 of those for $70. So even though I've got these 4 trades going over here, I have very similar trades going in my Robinhood account, and all of those are stacking up together. We stack the money, stack the money, stack the money. So now by 1 o'clock, a little after 1 o'clock, I've already got all the trades I'm going to do And then for the rest of the afternoon, all we've got now is price action. All the trades are owned by one and some change, and the price action is going. So as price goes up here, then I'm putting on the PDT hack for these. As price pulls back down here, then I'm locking these call credit spread PDT hacks. I'm locking these trades. So by the time I get to the afternoon, all of these trades are locked, and all I'm doing is waiting for the time to expire so the day can be done. And when the day is all over, finished, and done with, then we end up with, at the end of the day, between SPX and XSP, ended up with $1,711 in profits using 4 trades. Okay, that's the way we did that today. And now I told you I would mention, what is the link? e2t.trading. Every day we do it in the membership. Our membership is SPX and XSP. We have alerts. You've got guidance. And you've got a supportive community. Every single day, that's where we are. I'm right there as the coach. I'm right there in the chat, answering the questions, guiding people along, making sure that we've got alerts, that we've got the trade entries and exits, all the things that we need to have. All of that is included in the membership. If you want to join us, you're welcome to come on over there and join our nice little family. All right. I promise you it's different than any community you've ever been a part of. I definitely promise you that it's different. All right. So that's my trade recap for the day. Feel free to come on over and join us if you'd like to. If you got some questions, send me a message, right? Send me a message. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.